Support the great work of the Strike 7 Sports Saints discussion section by purchasing licensed NFL fan gear. Items range from Saints hats, jerseys, t-shirts, socks, and so much more. We would greatly appreciate it if you purchase these items from the text link listed below. The revenue generated from today's offer goes into the funding of the Strike 7 Sports platform. Click on the link strike7sports.com/Saints Fanatics. You will be taken over to Fanatics website. Thank you. Not training camp, but the mini camps was conducted this week. Yesterday was the Thursday was the last day for mini camps, and now it's on to training camp. I think they have about 5 to 6 weeks off. To get ready for training camp. I think it's the last vacation they're gonna go on. I'm assuming the players gonna do something outside of the city and things like that. Go away for their families for a little bit till that time comes again to get ready for a training camp, which starts in July. But one of the biggest news that things that came out this week was that the Saints were going to get a new helmet for they're going to wear for one game this season. And on the screen we have the new Saints helmet. Um, it's a black helmet. It's a black helmet with a gold fleur-de-lis instead of a black one. At the top, you see the gold fleur-de-lis pattern that comes all the way down, kind of similar to what the Seattle Seahawks has. And on the back of the helmet as Saints on the back of it. And from what I've seen, they're gonna wear it with the. I'm assuming it's gonna be the color rush jerseys they're gonna wear it with. The color rush outfits, I would say, they're gonna wear it with in one of those games this season. It was worn by Cam Jordan to show it out. And I think it's not bad. It's not a bad idea, not a bad concept. Well, it's gonna come into fruition now. It's no longer a concept. There's been a lot of concepts on what the Saints new uniforms should look like, new helmets, and all different kind of patterns I've seen. I've seen some people with Alvin Kamara playing in the old Saints uniforms, the ones where it was like instead of it be gold numbers, it'd be the white numbers with I think it's like a gold trim outside of the numbers. Black jersey, the older older gold pants. Seen some with a bunch. Was just seen some concept that look almost something similar to what the Oregon Ducks wear, whereas it's these odd, I won't say odd colors, but the uniforms that just look kind of odd looking, but it is what it is, man. Fans been wanting this. They've been wanting to see something different with the team. The Saints are, I would say, kind of steeped in tradition with their uniforms and logos and things like that. They really don't make that much of a change to their brand, the way their uniforms look. And this ain't bad, and the color rush uniforms are, I think, ranked as one of the best in the league. And even the black on black uniform, the black on black outfits are considered one of the best uniforms in the league, home uniforms in the league. So, me personally, I like the black pants with the white jerseys. A lot of people don't like that one, but I think I'm a big fan of the black pants and the white jersey. So, I like the idea, man. It's something different, man. It's something different. Got a new head coach, a few new faces on defense. New players coming in regardless. Finally got a wide receiver in the draft. Michael Thomas is rehabbing his injury, coming along, slowly, but he will be there by the time training camp begins. But it's a work in progress. Got some new players in the draft. Jarvis Landry coming over in free agency, coming home. Teron Matthew coming home. So it's a new day, and I have no issue with this concept. I keep saying concept, but they're gonna be wearing this soon, so I have no issue with the new helmet. It's only for one game, and they go back to the traditional gold helmet with the black fleur de lis. So we'll see, but I like it so far though. It's cool. All right, so this right here, this is what I really want to get into right here. What I saw today, I saw a few days ago in regards to players looking for new contracts. So on June, I think it was June 13th, which was I think a Monday. Adam Schefter tweeted that Scary Terry McLaren, the Washington Commanders talented wide receiver, does not plan to attend this week's mandatory minicamp, according to his sources, because he's seeking a new contract extension. So what Jeff Duncan did, he retweeted what Schefter said and put out a tweet that stated, "It'll be interesting to see if Demario Davis, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and Deontay Hardy attend Saints minicamp this week. I assume they will, but all are seeking long-term contract extensions and have been MIA from OTAs in recent weeks." So, I think Nick Underhill came out and just said that wasn't really no big deal. All players, everybody was going to be at training at minicamp, and they were. Everybody was there. All the veterans, rookies, all that were there. But along with that, there was like few reports were coming out, from local media and the on radio shows as well, is that Demario Davis, Demario Davis, CD Juice, and Deontay Hardy were seeking new contracts for this season. Now, it just shows you how time flies with Demario Davis. I remember in 2020, right? I think it was that first game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We blew up the Buccaneers in Brady's first game as a, Tampa Bay Buccaneer, a Tampa Bay Buck COVID year. And I think that was the game that where Demario Davis got another contract. And it's crazy that that deal is almost up after this season. He's a free agent. Now, there's some voidable years under that contract, but the voidable years that don't really, really exist. You can pretty much do what you want with a player with those voidable years on the deal, but he has a $13 million cap hit, I believe, and I think he's 33 years old, if I'm not mistaken, 32 years old, linebacker. And with Davis, he deserves a new deal to finish out his career with the Saints, I believe. You just don't let a guy like that walk out the door. He's still playing at a elite level. Haven't missed a game, I think, since being with the team. One of considered, I think, in my view, he is one of the most underrated players on defense right now. Like, I think he's one of the top five. And when you were talking about underrated players on defense that people just don't talk about enough, and also I think he's one of the best linebackers in the NFL, top five in my opinion, at his age. And I don't know why people just keep bringing up that he's getting old, he's getting old, he's getting old. I just been seeing a lot of that chatter online lately in the past couple of months about him since the draft. But the guy hasn't shown that he's slowing down. You never hear about Demario Davis showing up to training camp out of shape or not participating in training camp activities because he's injured or he had an undisclosed injury or you know what I'm saying. It ain't like Marcus Davenport where here we go again. He's out missing time during training camp, missing time during the regular season for injuries. He's always there, always there. Also, a great person on the field, great person off the field, contributes a lot to the community, speaks up for social justice. But I think you gotta resign him to a new deal, man. It's gonna be the biggest thing is gonna be the number. What the number is gonna look like for this contract for a linebacker at his age. Now I think if I'm not too mistaken, I think uh Levante David of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I think was signed to a deal like around his 30s, mid 30s, and if decided that he needs a new contract as well. I think he re-signed like the all season of 2021. He signed to a new deal, so I think he should get paid, man. Demario Davis should get paid, man. Plain and simple. You just don't let a guy like that leave the building. You just don't, for real. It just don't, because the minute you let him walk out the building, somebody else is gonna pick him up. Plain and simple. Now, that's an article written by Jeff Duncan, NewOrleans.com's Jeff Duncan, Saints beat writer. I'm gonna leave the link. It's a paid article. I'm not sure if this article is gonna show up, but I'm just gonna read a quote from it, from what Duncan wrote when he was speaking to Demario Davis in regards to this situation. Demario Davis hopes to finish his career in New Orleans, but the All-Pro linebacker also knows the NFL is a business and anything can happen when contract negotiations are involved, especially for veteran players approaching their 34th birthday. So he's 33 right now. I think he turns 34 in January. We'll see is how, quote, we'll see is how Davis answered when asked Wednesday about his desire to sign a long-term contract extension with the Saints. I have nothing but love for this city, and I have a lot of love for this organization. But at the end of the day, it's still a business. We'll see how it goes. Davis, 33, has 2 years remaining on the $27 million contract extension he signed in 2021. But his base salary balloons from 1.1 million to 8.5 million next year. Likewise, Davis' salary cap charge increases to 13.3 million, like I said, in 2023. The Saints could save 1.17 million against the cap by releasing him after the 2022 season. Does the incentive for both sides work out a deal that will benefit both parties? The Mississippi native career has blossomed since signing with the Saints as an unheralded free agent in 2018. In 4 seasons, he started 64 of 65 games, led the Saints in tackles, and became third linebacker in franchise history to earn all pro honors. So there you have it, man. The guy got a resume that one of the best resumes ever for a Saints linebacker, and you got to put him at the top of the list when it comes to that position in the organization, man. You know, this team has had some good linebackers. Sam Mills, Swelling, um, dang, don't forget Joe Johnson. Uh, there's some good linebackers. Not tomorrow. There's Jonathan Vilma. He got to go right up on the list, man. Right up there. But we'll see how everything plays out, man. I don't think they're gonna release this guy. They're not gonna release this dude, bro. Pete Warner gonna have to play. Would have to play lights out for them to make that decision. Him and that new guy, I think it's DeMarco Jackson. I think his name is DeMarco Jackson out of Appalachian State. That fifth rounder they got, the guy in the fifth round they took this year in the draft. So a lot gonna happen. I don't think they're gonna release him this year. They're gonna release him at all. I don't think he's gonna be playing with another team. I think he's gonna finish out his career as a Saint. But we'll see. We shall see. All right. So the other news is that CD Deuce could be looking for a new deal as well. Now, CD Deuce, I think he's another underrated player in the league, man. Another, you know, really good cornerback, a guy that has blossomed in his system, playing as a nickel, at the nickel position, at the nickel cornerback, and his defense. I think he's pretty good, man. I think he deserves a contract, but we got to look at. I'm assuming they're gonna look at how many players are, you know, who's getting played at that position. Who are the big time players at that position? You know what? That are getting paid. You know what I'm saying? But I think he deserves it, man. He deserves to get paid, man. He deserves, to be paid like one of the best, you know, I would say nickel corners in the game, man. Whatever the salaries is for nickel corners in the league. Now, according to Pro Football Focus, I got pulled up right now. They have CD Deuce ranked as number 5 on their list for top slot corners in the league. They got him ranked as 5. In front of, they got Teron Johnson of the Buffalo Bills in front of him, but they got him as 5. That's not bad. That's not bad um, for what he does, And we'll see, man. We'll see how everything, plays out. As I've said in the past on a lot of things, see how everything plays out. But you know, there's only the Pro Football Focus only rank 10 nickel corners in the league, and he's at number 5, man. I think he's you know, pretty good, man. We just gotta see. I think it's the same. It's the same as Demario Davis. You gotta see what the numbers gonna look like for that position. How much they paid for. What's the going rate for nickel corners right now? You know what I'm saying? What's the salary, the highest salary for cornerbacks that play in the slot? He's not like a Marshawn Lattimore where you can just leave him out there on the island, 1-on-1 with a wide receiver. He's a guy that you can play, that can play against the run. Play really proficient at stopping slot receivers. You know, so we just got to see how that's gonna play out, man. We just got to see. I hope they keep this guy, man. I hope they keep this guy with this team, bro, because he brings a lot of energy, man. A lot of energy. Always wants to smoke, Always, he's a guy that can get in the head of a wide receiver and frustrate him. We seen it done before. We seen it when he did it with that guy with the Chicago Bears, man. He almost got in that fight with, But we'll see, man. We'll see, bro. He's a really good player, bro. I think he deserves his contract. Just like I said, we just gotta see. We just gotta see who, what's the going rate for that position right now, man. What's the going rate? Because the top paying corners, they getting paid like $21 million. I think Jarek Alexander's getting paid for Green Bay Packers getting paid $21 million, and he's not a nickel cornerback. Jalen Ramsey's not a nickel guy. Denzel Ward is not a nickel corner. Marshawn Lattimore, he's getting 19 million. He's not a nickel cornerback. None of them guys, J.C. Jackson, Darius Slade, Tre'Davious White, these are not nickel corners, man. These are all around cornerbacks, man. Guys that can do multiple things, right? The guys that can shut down a field, you know. So we'll see, man. They can, even if they want to, they could play him. They could pay him as a safety, put him in that range. But I doubt it. They do that though. I really doubt it. But we'll see, man. And the final one, I'm gonna go with. I'm talking about Deontay Hardy. Now this is an interesting one right here. Deontay Hardy, man. I think out of the 3 right now, if I was a bet man, I think this is the guy that he will walk. He probably walk. They will allow him to walk. I think he's a restricted free agent, if I'm not mistaken, this season. So they can match his contract. They can match whatever offer that another team can present. But let me look this up, man. Let me check this out, man, real quick, man. Let me see. Yeah, 2023. He is a unrestricted free agent, so he's not restricted. So they can, if they want to, allow him to walk. Now, I know they got his tender this year. He signed his tender, but his cap hit right now is like $3 million, 3.9 million right now. He is he's 25 years old, and 2023, after this season, he's a UFA, unrestricted free agent. Now he's had some issues staying healthy. Staying healthy. He's not a big wide receiver. He's not a guy that can, I would say he's not a guy that can put 1-on-1 with a team's top corner. I would say, he's more of a home run hitter, man. He's a guy that can get the top off of defense. Um, do things in the punt return game. I think he's been to one or two Pro Bowls since he's been with the Saints. That's where he does a lot of his work at. Punt return, kick return. But there been some times where he has been out of the game, out of games, man, out of games due to injuries. That's unfortunate. But in my opinion, if the Saints could get a deal done with him, they should try to. Cause I don't know, I'm not sure. I mean, there'll be some teams that are going to sign him, but that would mind signing him. But I don't know if they're going to give him the type of money that he's looking for as a wide receiver, as his stature and what he does. He's not like a Tyreek Hill. He can be, I think, but we'll see. The Saints haven't really used him to that extent, and he's not a guy that can carry the load of being a number one wide receiver like a Tyreek Hill. He's just not. But I'm not sure he's going to find that type of money he's looking for on the outside market if he does not resign with the Saints. I just want to see what Mickey Loomis does, what type of ideas they have for in regards to his contract. I hope all three of these guys in this image come back with the Saints. All three of them, because I think all three of them are important in the areas that they do, what they contribute to the team. All three of them. Slot guy, a linebacker that can cover, that can deal with tight ends, that can play against the run. A cornerback, one of the best nickel corners in the game, and one of the league's best punt returners in the game, along with a guy that can just blow the top off of defense. We saw what he did with Jameis Winston before Jameis got hurt. Did pretty well. So we'll see, man. But should be interesting, man. Should be interesting. I don't think none of these guys are gonna hold out. I don't think they're gonna hold out once training camp begins, but I could be wrong. I don't think DeMario's gonna do it. CD Deuce may do it, may be out a few days of training camp, and probably Deontay Hardy, but I doubt it. I don't see what type of I don't know what the Saints could do right now in regards to the situation. But I can't fault these guys for wanting to get paid. I can't fault them. These careers are not guaranteed, to play that long, in the NFL. And you gotta maximize your opportunities, in regards to finance, to money. So we'll see how everything plays out. But that's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. Listen to this on Apple, Spotify. Leave your reviews. I think you can give a 5-star rating on Spotify if I'm not mistaken. On Apple, I know you can do it. Also in the description box below, check out strike7sports.com /Saints for latest content on the One Saints organization. I should have some new content out by probably tomorrow or Sunday. We'll see. But that's all I have for y'all for right now. Let me know how you feel about these stories I talked about today. Have a blessed night. Peace. Who that? I'm out.